All right, here's something for you to consider that you might not have considered in quite some time. Here's a question. Have you considered that there's a spiritual war, a spiritual battle taking place and raging all around you? All around you. And it's been raging since the day you were born up until now. And matter of fact, no, it's been raging for several thousands of years according to the Bible. Have you ever considered that? Have you ever even seen a glimpse of it? I have. I've had, demonic dreams that would torture me. I mean, for like 2 years straight, I remember I couldn't sleep. I didn't get a night's sleep. I was being molested. I was being, tortured by demonic forces and entities. Now, listen, albeit I'll admit, because of the sin in my life at the time, I just invited them in. Hey, here's the front door. Come on in. Come on in and start influencing me and terrorizing me. Now check this out. In the book of Matthew, after Jesus had calmed the storms, right, he went over to a region called the Gadarenes. And as soon as he got to that region, as soon as he stepped his foot off the boat, a demon-possessed man, come on, follow me here, a demon-possessed man came down from the hillside or what have you. And mind you, he was living in the tombs. He was living in the grave site. The extreme strength. So much so that he would break iron chains that people would lock him up in because he was so violent. So he approached Jesus. Confrontation, right? And this is what he said. He said, "What have we to do with thee, Son of God? Have you come to torture us before the appointed time?" Now, I don't know if you've ever thought of the word torture, when you think of the word Jesus or the name Jesus. Well, that's what these demons were thinking as soon as they saw the Lord step upon the land. Now, shortly after that, there were, several thousand pigs, a herd of pigs on the side. And so they wanted to get out of this situation. They asked Jesus for permission, essentially, if they could leave the body they were in and go into these herd of pigs. And Jesus gave them permission and said, go. And they went and they basically caused all the herd of about 2,000 pigs to run off a cliff and drown in the lake. Okay, so here's a couple things, some insights that my mind was meditating on. Number one, demons know who Jesus is. They know who he is. For the fact that they knew he was the Son of God. That's very important. They knew he was the Son of God. Now, how do they know this? Okay? I mean, how is it everybody else, people, didn't know this? Well, they're spiritual beings. They're spiritual beings. Even though Jesus, his divinity was cloaked, in flesh, with their spiritual eyes, their spiritual self, they knew exactly who was standing in front of them. And number two, they knew, and they were afraid, they knew he had authority and power to literally cast them out into outer darkness. The Bible talks about hell being a place of outer darkness, the pit, Gehenna, Hades, the lake of fire. And they were deathly afraid. Okay? Even demons are afraid of that place. So if demons, and here's the insight, if demons were spiritually attuned and aware to know who Jesus was and what his authority was as a judge. Now remember, this day and age, everybody wants justice. Everybody wants social justice. Everybody wants justice. Well, Jesus is the ultimate judge, the king who will provide just justice. Not only for humanity, but for demons also.